Fox Theater is going to be a good one. 12 rounds for the WBO Intercontinental Junior Welterweight Championship. The opponents are in the blue corner. This young man weighed in at 141 pounds. He tipped the scale with a strong fit. He has a record of 11 wins, 2 losses, with 9 knockouts. From Costa Rica, Gilbert Quiros. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with gray and blue. This young man has a nickname known to all in the Motor City as the Hitman. He comes all the way from Manchester, England. He tipped the scale at 140 pounds with an outstanding undefeated record of 19 wins and 15 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a round of applause for Ricky Hitman Hatton. This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds. The referee is Dan Kelly.
Okay. Give you guys your preliminary instructions. I want you to obey my commands at all time. In case of a knockdown, go to the furthest neutral corner. Don't come out until I call you out. I'll suspend a count if you do. I'm very firm and really fair. Touch him up. Get down.
12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Intercontinental Junior Welterweight.
So what can we expect from Hatton tonight? He has looked in electrifying form against Central American opponents recently, beating them all in his last 3 appearances inside 4 rounds or less. Hatton in his traditional outfit, the tall, much taller Gilbert Quiros from Cartejo, near the Costa Rican capital of San Jose. And once again, I would think Hatton won't know too much about him and will have to do a reconnaissance job as he goes along.
Yes, he'll have to, but I think just the physical size of Quiros will suit him. Hatton, a tremendous body puncher, will be looking to get in as close as he can, as quick as he can, and land with his body punches.
Quiros started as a welterweight, in fact, 1 division up from this, and won his first 5 in the very first round. But since he's moved up a notch, he's begun to find his level and been beaten a couple of times. Interesting to see how good he might be. Rangy, long arms. Don't remember any other Hatton opponent being this tall.
Well, Hatton just standing in front of him a bit too much, I think, early on. He's been caught with a couple of decent uppercuts. He really needs to remember his head movement. He can be caught with shots, Hatton, and there looks to be a little bit of damage to his eye.
Left eye problem. He's been cut in the past, Hatton. So early difficulties here. And that looks a bad cut as well. Goodness me. So here is a little mini crisis within the first minute and a half for Ricky Hatton, on an occasion when he would be looking to shine and show the American boxing cognoscente what he's all about.
Well, he has started a bit too casual for my liking, Hatton, and been caught with some silly shots when he's just stood around.
Yes, and with a nice looking left hook though. He's got this problem tonight really of getting in range to land his trademark body shots. Got to get past those long tentacle-like arms of Quiros. There's a real drama early on here. And that cut looks so bad that it could force a premature stoppage.
Well, that really would be a disaster for Hatton, especially in America.
19-0 so far, Hatton, with 15 knockouts, and he's never had to go more than 6 rounds.
Well, the eye is pretty bad. He's keeping very calm, Hatton, and for me it's a bit too calm. I'd like to see him just, show a little bit more spark in this round.
It's just one of those little obstacles, though, that he has to overcome along the way. Has to keep his composure and get himself back into this contest. But he can't really, at the moment, get in range. Quiros' opening round. Mick Williamson there in the corner, the specialist cutman who's been brought in for recent fights. It's just as well he's there.
Yes, it is. Looks a bad cut, and we'll need somebody doing a good job on it. And I'm sure McWilliams will do that. But it's dangerous for Hatton already getting caught. He was just too relaxed and standing around too much.
But there's Quiros, who was knocked out in 9 rounds in California by a, well, ordinary Mexican really last December. And all the predictions were that, well, he got some useful form at his level, but shouldn't really present too big a problem for Hatton. But that is bad damage by that left eye, which looks nearly closed, doesn't it?
Yes, it doesn't look good. He really needs to waken up a bit in this round.
He's just a bit slow out the blocks, Ricky Hatton here. And we've got a delay to the start of the second round here for some reason or another. This fight being recorded by our American TV colleagues, and they're going to maybe use it later. Hatton might be wishing at the moment that they don't. You're watching it live from Detroit, here in the Fox Theatre. Now, will Hatton take a gamble here, thinking that he better stop Quiros before the cut stops him?
Well, he does need to get inside pretty quick and start letting his shots go. He needs Quiros to feel the power that he possesses in his fists.
Getting closer, Hatton. Again, these uppercuts, though, from the Costa Rican. And so far, Hatton not able to unload to the body, which is where he's caused so much damage already in his career.
Well, the lateral movement that we're used to with Hatton, the steps to the side, are just not there as much in this fight. He's a little bit casual. Good body shot going in there.
He's hurt him there, Glenn, with that body shot. And again, these rib crunches now beginning to sink in. And Quiros, I fancy, not liking these. And another one is a left hook to the body, and it's laid out the Costa Rican in round 2. Well, that's Ricky Hatton's answer, and I don't think he's going to get up from that. It's knocked everything out of him. He won't go on, and Hatton, cut badly in round 1, wins in round 2, and in the end, he did send out his message. Mind you, he won't be fighting for a few months.
He won't be. That was a dreadful injury, but what a terrific finish for Ricky Hatton. He started too casually, paid the penalty for that with that bad cut, but when he did start getting his shots off, when he got in close, the punches really took their toll, and some beautiful left hooks to the body really did hurt Quiros.
Well, Quiros has the nickname of the animal, and in the first round we wondered if he might be a pretty wild one. It certainly turned out that way for Hatton's left eye, but he's got the job done. I noticed there Val Cassell, the WBO president, in the ring. What do you think the Americans would have made of that?
Well, I think the first round, they wouldn't have thought that much. It wasn't a good start for Ricky Hatton, but when he started to put the punches together, the left hooks to the body were sensational.
As ever, he stays unbeaten. 20